This next one is from Paul regarding Satan in Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28. He says it talks about how precious Satan is, that he was the son of the morning, etc. Does Satan have a free choice or a free will like us humans do?
Yes, he does. And that's the problem. And actually, when you read the passages themselves, they talk about the will of Satan. So specifically, the one in Isaiah chapter 14 talks about the 5 I wills of Satan. And here they are. He says, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above God, above the stars of God. I will sit on the mount of the congregation on the farthest sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And so obviously you see him exercising his will in this situation. Over in the Ezekiel passage, in Ezekiel chapter 28, you have some of the same type of language that's used there. It speaks about the fact that he was perfect in wisdom until iniquity was found in him. It says, verse 14, you were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked back and forth in the midst of fiery stones. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created till iniquity was found in you. And then it talks about God specifically judging him. Verse 17, he says, your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I laid you before kings that they might gaze at you. And so you see the pride of Satan in that situation. And so, that's kind of the point. So Satan had a free will in the situation there. Also, the angels who fell with Satan had a free will. And in Revelation chapter 12, it talks about Satan's tail sweeping through the heavens and taking out a third of the stars. It's the tail of the dragon in the passage, but he's identified as Satan. Taking out a third of the stars, it looks like those stars are the angels. So a third of the angels fell with Satan and they exercised their free will. The way his free will is different than ours, though, is the context that it's exercised in. When I'm exercising my free will, I'm exercising it in the context of the fact that I am presented with evidence that there is a God. So I can look around at the creation. It clearly teaches that there's a God. Somebody had to bring all this stuff into existence. And I know science, and I know that something does not come from nothing. And so there's no way that you can have this just appearing out of nothingness without a sufficient cause. And so I have evidence that God exists, and then I have a testimony that God exists in the Word of God and in the lives and in the words of the people who are around me. And after I have committed my life to Jesus, I have evidence of the work of God in my life, God speaking to me, God guiding me, those kinds of things. But I have never seen him. And I haven't seen him in his fullness. And I haven't seen heaven. And I haven't seen the throne of God. I haven't seen those things. And Satan has. Lucifer saw all that and still rebelled. The angels that fell with him saw all of that. They saw God in his fullness and still rebelled. And that's why with mankind, you see God giving them grace, giving them opportunities to repent, not taking their first act as a rebellion against him that can't be turned around. Mankind is given a break because we are not as accountable as Lucifer was in rebelling against the God that he could see and he heard. And he, specifically, the Bible says that the angels watched him create the universe, specifically the earth. They watched him do it, and then they still rebelled. And so there's more accountability there. And so that's why you don't see redemption for angels.